Welcome to Game 2 of this doubleheader between the New Jersey Nationals, or the NJ Nationals and the New Jersey Giants. I'm Michael Membus alongside Zack Smolen. In the first game, the Giants won 4-1, and now Joe Bartolomeo on the mound. He pitched the end of last game, and he's starting this game. The lineup for the New Jersey Giants, same as last game: Tommy DiLorenzo, Scott Schroeder, Danny Etner, Justin Gregor, Brandon Kenny, Sean Mulligan, Alec Mastrada, Nick Slotnick, and Miles Barbero. As that pitch was grounded foul to the third base side, and that one's hit into center field. And center fielder and shortstop going under it, but it looks like it will be the second baseman that catches it. Nick Weaver with a nice play out there.
Yeah, nice job by Weaver that time, being able to get under it. Didn't play a lot of defense in the last game, but was able this time to range over and make that grab for the first out of the ball game. And yeah, the Nationals had a tough time in the first few innings defensively, or rather on the mound as well. So looking to keep the Giants at bay this time around.
That one swung on a miss for strike one. Outside 1-1 and sidearm delivery for Joe Bartolomeo. He had a little bit of control issues last game, but he was able to get through 2 innings unscathed. That one is outside and high, 2-1.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from the Nationals right here, as that one went across the plate for a strike count, 2-2. And Bartolomeo coming out firing this time after, like Mike mentioned, having some trouble in the zone in the last inning, but didn't surrender any runs. I like seeing them go right back to him to get things rolling here in the top of the first, as this one is fouled away in the count 2-2.
Just down the third baseline, just a little bit foul. As Bartolomeo steps off the mound. That one hits a third. Reyes will scoop it up, and he'll throw it on to first. A nice split catch by Adebayo, and that'll be the second out of the inning. And now it will be Danny Etner, third hitter in the lineup. He got on last game on an error, and he got on a double, and he also stole a base last game. Let's call his time there. Bartolomeo, nice pace so far in the first. That one just gets in there, a nice pitch for strike.
And Bartolomeo, used those couple innings that he got in the last game almost as a warm-up for this one. Didn't expect to see him starting here, but he's come out really well so far.
And that one's hit towards the left side. And the Nationals will get 1, 2, 3. A nice start for them. Nice pitching by Bartolomeo, and we head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 game here on the New Jersey Nationals radio network on MixLR.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right, they can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably. Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Out of your guy Moeller right there, as that one was grounded over to the second base side. Nice dig down the line by Moeller. That's what you're looking for from your plate setter right there. Just put the ball in play, find a way to get on base, and it's exactly what Moeller does right here. And he's got the speed on the base paths now to get the job done for the Nationals, at least move himself over to second.
And a bunt by Liam Kavanaugh, but that one goes foul right under the catcher. And the full lineup for them, for the Nationals, it's going to be the same as last game. You got Muller leading off, Kavanaugh batting second, Anthony Bibbo batting third, Anthony Alvis fourth, Aiden Kearns fifth, Nick Weaver sixth, Reyes is seventh, Matthew Muller is eighth, Sam Michelle ninth, Dylan Martling 10th, as that one is low, and he looks like it's going to be a steal, and he'll be safe. A little bit of delayed steal there by Muller, but he gets in there. So now guy on second, no outs.
And the pitch a ball that time, too. So Kavanaugh, the favorable count, 1-1 strike. He's got Muller over there at second base. And Kavanaugh's been one of the best hitters on this national team, so good opportunity for them to drive in a run.
Another bunt attempt, but that one goes wild. It bounces off the catcher's mitt, and Muller will go to third. So now no outs, a runner on third, and a 2-1 count. And just ending the lineup after Martling is Joe Bartolomeo, and then Christopher Adebato and Anthony Rodriguez rounding off the lineup. So now 2-1, no outs. Muller is on third. That one's in there on the outside part of the plate, 2-2. And unlike Bartolomeo, Kenny did not pitch the first game, so he's a fresh arm right now. That one, Kavanaugh offers at that, but that is outside, so 3-2. He did not swing and just kind of cleaned his bat a little bit out there. 3-2, no outs. And the defense for the Giants behind the backstop is Slotnick. At first is Barbero. At second is Schroeder. Get to the rest of the infield soon, as that one is swung on and missed. A nice curveball there, and that'll be the first out for the Nationals. Right down the middle.
Good stuff that time from Kenny getting in there. Picking up his first strikeout. Was a little sloppy, a little all over the place in that plate appearance. Missing a lot of pitches, but bounces back and gets Kavanaugh, despite allowing the stolen base in the wild pitch. Although the Nationals still in business here to score a run, with the runner on third base and their big bopper Bibbo right there at the plate.
Bibbo up a lefty, as that one's in the dirt, but low and blocked by the catcher, Slotnick. And the rest of the infield, you got Kenny on the mound, and at shortstop is Etner, as that one is hit to the left side, foul and out of play. Nice hit there, but that's going to be way, way foul. And in the outfield, you got Mastretta, Di Lorenzo in center, and in right, you got Gregor. 1-1 count to the lefty. Bibbo, runner on third, 1 out. And that one, just a ball. Oh, so now it will be 2 and that just missed there. And not a big lead off third for Muller. That one swung on and missed. And
yeah, back to the fastball that time. Missed with the curve inside before. Tried to drop it in a little high against Bibbo. That gets him to swing at that fastball. Now a 2-2 count. Let's see what he goes with here. Maybe back to the off speed.
And that one is another curveball, and that swung on a miss, a little bit low, but a nice pitch there. So now 2 outs for the Nationals with Anthony Alvis up.
And they're going to need Alvis to push one across here. The Nationals have not scored in the first inning in their last 3 ball games, so looking to do so this time. They got Muller on base to start the game. He's all the way at third, and he got there with no outs. They would love to bring him around to score now with 2 outs on the board.
And a breaking ball just inside, 1-0 to Alvis. And that one's hit into left field, and that'll be deep, but right under that will be the Giants outfielder. So they get one on. They get a guy to third with no outs, but aren't able to score a run, the Nationals. So we'll head to the top of the second, and it'll be a 0-0 game.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
A new pitcher here for the Nationals in the top of the second. Dylan Martling enters after Joe Bartolomeo threw a scoreless first. Yeah, Bartolomeo did pitch 2 innings last game, so made sense not to pitch him too long. But now there'll be a new pitcher in. And top of the second, both teams got 1 runner on in the first, but neither of them was able to score.
And Bartolomeo was great in that inning. Only needed 11 pitches, 9 for strikes. Did not get a strikeout, but his defense helped him out big time. And, you know, I thought Martling was going to start this game, so I guess they just wanted to give Bartolomeo a 3rd inning of work, and now probably see Martling go 3 and then probably Adebato after him, depending on how well Martling does. So let's see what happens here as Justin Greger going to lead it off for the Giants.
Greger, the 4th hitter in this lineup, and that one is on the lower part of the plate, but called for a strike, 0-1.
And Martling picking up right where Bartolomeo left off, just pounding the strike zone, trying to make these Giants beat him with the bats instead of, you know, just sending him over with some free passes.
And that one grounds it on to third and throw it on to first, and a nice stretch. 2 great stretches by Adebato so far, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Adebato going to be trying out for the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team after what he's been doing today. A couple of splits over at first base, but this is why I like Sam Michel so much at third. Picked that one up on a hop, made a really strong throw, and, you know, again, this is a talented kid. he's ready to turn the corner. I believe next season we'll see him break out.
Hopefully he does, as that one's low. 1-0 to the pitcher, Brandon Kenny.
And Kenny trying to help himself get on base. Scoreless tie. His team doesn't have a hit so far.
And that one on the lower part of the place, and that'll be called a ball. So 2-0 now to the number 5 hitter in the lineup. That one in the inside part of the plate, but hits off Muller's glove, and 3-0. So behind here on the 5th hitter, 1 out in the 2nd.
Marlin usually deadly accurate, but missing with the first 3 here after firing a couple of strikes to Gregor. Trying to get back on track now, 3-0 after missing with 3 fastballs.
And that one will be low and in the dirt, so a 4-pitch walk to the 5 hitter, to Brandon Kenny. And it'll be 1 on and 1 out for the Giants with Mulligan up, the pitcher last game, so pitcher to pitcher, and looks like there'll be a pinch runner there because it is a pitcher, and it will be, that's number 4 on the Giants.
Yeah, it's going to be Danny Etner courtesy running in. You know, probably should be Gregor because he's the last batted out, but it's a scrimmage game, so they can throw in whoever he wants. His turn in the lineup's not going to come up while he's on base, so they'll be fine as Mulligan steps to the plate.
And a pick off to first, but not going to get really close there, but keeping him honest at first.
And Marlin's job right here, just keep it in the zone. You walk the last guy on 4 pitches. But if you are going to miss low, try to get that ground ball.
And that one ground to the 3rd, but a bobble there, and all runners are going to be safe. Tough ground to 3rd. It was right by the bag, but no play there. So now 1st and 2nd, and 1 out.
Unusual to see Michelle missing that one. It wasn't hit particularly hard. Was able to get there in time, and you know the glove was down, but it just ate him up a little bit. And now instead of at least an out or even a double play, 2 men on and only 1 down. And here comes Alec Mistretta, and we know that everybody in this Giants lineup can hit.
Yeah, and that's what they were good at getting when guys were on. They were able to get guys in. As a double steal now, and he's going to be a dead duck at 3rd. Oh wait, yeah, they called him out at 3rd. He almost thought he was safe, started going home, but fair way out at 3rd. A nice throw there by Muller, and now it's 2 outs and a runner on 2nd.
Yeah, Muller again, a phenomenal catcher back there. He read that the whole way, and actually Mistretta tried to call time, but it was not granted. Marlin got the strike on the pitch, and a good job by Muller to fire that one down to 3rd. Michelle gets a good tag on it, and that's a good way to steal an out for this team.
Goes from 1 out and 2 guys on to 1 guy on and 2 outs, as that one is in there for a strike. 2 outs in this top of the 2nd, a 0-0 game currently. 0-2 now, so maybe waste 1 here.
And maybe not with the man on 2nd. I know Muller can block, but try to blow something by him.
And that one just misses on the outside part of the plate, so now 1-2. Wasn't wasting that one. He threw a competitive pitch there, but no offer there.
And you won't see a ton of wasting at this level. A lot of the guys don't have a ton of control of their off-speed stuff, just trying to get it enough out of the zone for the swing and a miss. I think that's what we'll see here from Marlin, curveball 1-2.
And that one swung on a miss, foul tip there on the inside part of the plate. So a little bit danger there, but Nationals able to get out of the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 2nd. It's a 0-0 game here on the NJ Nationals radio network on Mix LR.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, Your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I was in the middle.
We join you here with a 1-0 count in the bottom of the second. Eden Kearns up a 0-0 game. And that one's hit into left field and deep. And that will drop. And Kearns is going two. And he will get the double there. A leadoff double by Kearns. He smashed that ball to left field. A leadoff double. Nationals getting some action here.
Yeah, that's what Kearns is known for. He's such a good hitter, especially to the gaps. This time hits it the other way into left field and gives it a tough time from Estrella. It's 355 down that left field line, and way to go for him. He knows that he's playing off the line over there, drops that in, and gets himself in scoring position.
And that grounded to short, and they'll fire it to first, but it goes wild. And the runners will stay at first and third, but now first and third no outs. That was Nick Weaver with the reaching on the error by the shortstop.
Actually, I don't know if I give him much of an error. I know the throw was offline, but Weaver was there by the time the throw got there. So we'll do a little home cooking. We'll give him that infield single here in our scorebooks.
Fair enough. I'll give him that add to the tally. Why not? As Daniel Reyes up, and number 99 looking to come through here. First and third, no outs. Nationals threatening. They had a couple of times last game where they were able to, but they were always able to scratch off one run in the last inning. And that one is a little bit low, and that'll be 1-0 to Reyes.
Yeah, good take by Reyes that time. You want to make sure that he's giving you pitches to hit. Put the pressure on the pitcher here. Make him throw you a strike. There's runners on the corners. You have a chance to jump ahead in the lead. Already 3 hits in the ballgame for this team.
And the runner's going, and they will throw it. And he is safe there. A stolen base by Weaver, and Kearns does not go home on the throw. So now second and third no outs. A very close play at second. A nice throw by the catcher, but nice base running by Weaver to get in there safely.
Kearns probably staying at third to make sure it wasn't a cutoff play where they throw it back home. But 2 runners in scoring position now for Reyes.
As Reyes grounds that to the first base side, foul, and a nice play by the first base coach.
Yeah, Mike Carter, I mean, he wasn't an infielder coming out, but, he did play Division I outfield for Rutgers, and just an incredible athlete all around. Also was a starting quarterback in Bloomfield High School, and an overall nice guy, a great coach for these young Nationals players.
And that one swung on and missed, so 2 strikes now on Reyes. Reyes with a little bit of an open stance, a little bit staggered feet, looking to poke one through and score 1 or 2 runs. As that one, curveball, strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. So now 1 out, second and third. Daniel Reyes was strikeout looking as Matt Muller up, the catcher for the Nationals.
I'm waiting for Muller to catch fire. He puts a lot of good at-bats together. Just needs to put some more barrels on the ball. He's a great defensive catcher. If he really gets that bat going, he's going to be one of the most complete young players in this region.
Curveball in there for a strike. And Muller, with his twin on the team, both are really valuable players for this Nationals team. As that one is grounded to third and over the third baseman's glove for a base hit. 1 run will score, and all that will be a RBI single for Matt Muller will score Aiden Kearns, and the Nationals take a 1-0 lead, a rare early run for them.
And that's exactly what I was talking about for Muller, what I've been waiting for. He's got the same type of bat speed that his brother has, but just hasn't been getting similar results. Got one that time, pulls that one, gets a advantageous hop over Ettner's glove into left for a base hit, and comes up big for his team. They get a hit with the runner in scoring position, which is something they were unable to do in their last contest. Good job by Muller.
And now lefty Sam Michelle up, and he'll take that one low 1-0. And yeah, you mentioned last game how it used to be all dirt, and now it's grass, and you wonder if that affected that ball at all, and did it bouncing over the third baseman's glove. Tough play. 1-0 now. And the runner is going, and they're going to throw it. A bouncing throw, but he is out. So 1 for 2 still stealing bases this inning as Muller is thrown out at second. And now it'll be, and the runner from third will not go. And it's now only a runner on third now with 2 outs in the inning with a runner on third.
Yeah, they had Liam Cavanaugh courtesy running.
And that one's hit into right field and deep to the right center field gap, and that will be down for a base hit. Kearns will score, and going on to second, and he will be out. Michelle will be out. Nice throw by the right fielder, but the Nationals are going to be able to score 2 runs. And nice job there overall. 3 hits, 2 runs, and we're going to and no one left on base, and we're going to head to the top of the third inning. You're listening to the NJ Nationals Radio Network here on MixLR.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Heading to the top of the third here. The Nationals scored 2 in the bottom of the second. So Dylan Martling looking to keep the lead for the Nationals as catcher going out to Muller going out to Martling to talk to him a little bit before this inning. You're going to have leading off for them. You're going to have Slotnick leading off for Giants. And you got the bottom of the lineup, Slotnick, Barbero, and then the top. So, nice opportunity here if Martling can get the first 2 batters out, and he would face the top of the order with 2 outs. As that one is on the outside part of the plate, but called for a strike. Marling's had a pretty good inning, and overall it's been really good pitching for the Nationals and some good fielding as well. And that one is grounded to short. That'll be thrown on to first and just gets Slotnick. Slotnick motoring down the line. A nice throw there by Weaver. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Weaver doing a good job making the play right there. a lot of cycling in the middle infield for the Nationals. They have so many talented guys there. Bibbo, Weaver, Kavanaugh, Albius. They're all really good second basemen / shortstops that make a lot of plays, and you got to get them all in the game. And you see right there why you can just cycle them in and out. Weaver with a nice strong throw over to first base and able to get the out on that slow ground ball.
Yeah, it can never hurt to have a lot of athletes, as that first pitch was low, 1-0 to Miles Barbero, the 9th hitter in this lineup. And that one also low, a little bit more up, but still low, 2-0.
And Martling just, again, trying to throw some strikes. He's got the lead here. Team is up 2-0 after only scoring 1 run in the last contest. So a lot of confidence here. Martling just has to keep it that way.
And that one a little bit more up, and that one will be called for a strike. So 2-1 now. Still a hitter's count, but Martling gets that strike that you always need in the beginning of a bat. And another one on the outside part of the plate, and that'll be strike 2, so evens it up 2-2. 1 out right now. The Nationals up 2-0. And that one's hit into right field, and that will drop for a base hit. Rodriguez will throw it on in. And 1 out single for Barbado. And now the top of the lineup up for the Giants.
I know people get on me for my Yankees references all the time, but that was a nice inside-out swing by Barbero. Saw that one on the inside corner, kind of like how DJ LeMahieu gets a lot of his base hits to right field. Saw that on the inside, tailing in. Does a good job getting it over to right field. And, hey, any damage you can do at the bottom of the order is always welcome. So now Barbero over at first. Lineup flits over, and, hey, DiLorenzo's a really talented hitter, so the Nationals are not out of the woods at all. Even a ground ball probably isn't a double play with his speed.
Yeah, and the hit, gets a guy, going to be huge for the Giants. They need to come back from the deficit. Remember, it's only a 6-inning game, so you don't have as much game to come back, although it is only the 3rd inning. But this could be his last at-bat this game, depending on how the rest of the hitters do. And that one's hit into center field, but they'll get under that one, so that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. A nicely driven ball, but kind of right where the center fielder was. And that'll be 2 outs now.
Yeah, Mueller, fantastic up there up the middle. Easy fly ball for him, and always good for any pitcher on the mound when you have the Muellers up the middle. When you have Matt behind the plate and John in center field, you know that you're going to get solid defense out of both of them, and they'll bail you out of a lot of situations.
Yes, as that one is on the lower part of the plate and called for a strike. 0-1 to the second hitter, Scott Schroeder. In the first game, we had them up the middle, but a little different way. Catcher and pitcher, the battery for this team, but now it's catcher and center field for the Muellers. And that one will be inside, so 1-1. Runner on first. The runner is Slotnick. Sorry, it is Barbero at first. Not taking a huge lead off first. Don't think he'll steal here, but you never know. We've seen a good amount of steal and base opportunities in both games. And that one's going to be hit off the inside part of the bat, but right to the shortstop, Weaver. And he'll take that one. And pop out to short. And that's the end of the inning. We head to the bottom of 3rd. 2-0 Nationals. You're listening to the NJ Nationals Radio Network here on MixLR.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, Your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first?
Heading to the bottom of the third here, Nationals Giants game. Nationals up 2-0, and got the bottom of the lineup: Dylan Martling, Joe Bartolomeo, and Christopher Adebato up this inning. The first guy in will be Martling, and he hits that one to center field, and that will be caught. A nice running play. So that'll be the first out of the inning. A solid hit ball, but just the first out.
Yeah, nice job by.
Looks like.
Oh, I got that wrong. I thought I had. My lineup is incorrect.
It is.
That was Martling. No, that was Martling that got the hit.
That was Martling, yeah. DiLorenzo made the play in center field. And that hits him on the helmet, so he's going to take a base. Didn't really move much there, but just plunked him. A breaking ball, luckily, so it didn't hurt as much. But that'll be a base runner, unconventional way. Joe Bartolomeo gets the first. And now Christopher Adebato up with a runner on first. That was the first pitch of that bat. Hit him right away. And that one sharply in there, and that's going to be a strike on the inside part of the plate. 0-1. I see a lot of these guys with like something on their thing on their neck, a little bit of extra warmth, and a little bit of a cool day, a little bit breezy. So that one's grounded to short. They're going to go to second, and they're going to fire to first, and that's going to be a double play. Inning-ending double play by Adebato. And quick inning. We head to the top of the fourth. You're listening to the NJ Nationals Radio Network here on Mix LR.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and
now in the top of the fourth, Nationals up 2-0 on the New Jersey Giants. And Martling still in the game. He's pitched really nice so far. And got the middle of the Giants lineup up this inning. Got Etner, Gregor, and Kenny up. So powerful guys there.
And who would have thought that this game would be going on even faster than the previous one?
Pace
Only 38 minutes of the first 3 innings.
And that's a ground ball to third, and that's going to go first. First time he doesn't really have to do a split, but it off the base, so an infield single, maybe an error there. And Giants get a leadoff runner on.
Yeah, it's going to go as the E5 over there for Michelle. Michelle made the strong throw, but it was offline. And Adebayo unable to stay on the bag there, but is able to keep the baseball in his glove over there, which is good for him because now there's just a runner on first instead of over at second base. Ground ball, maybe the Nationals can get a double play of their
Justin
own.
Gregor hits a high pop-up, and that's going to be called off by the second baseman, and he'll get that for the first out. Nice job calling everyone off by Alves there.
Yeah, quick pop-up, easy play for the infielders. So now Kenny going to step to the plate. Kenny's done a good job on the mound today. Also got himself on with a walk his first time up, so and a chance to help himself out here. He's got a man on first base, and he represents, that is Kenny, that is. Kenny represents the tying run in this ballgame.
And a throw to first, but he'll be back. So trying to keep Etner honest at first. Pretty nice lead there. And he'll be going, and that ball's grounded to second base and misses the pitcher, but they'll still get it onto first, so a nice play there, recovering after ball missed the pitcher by Alves, and he'll get the out. Runner will be at second. He stole on the pitch. There was no really play at second, so now 2 outs in the inning, and runner on second. Similar situation that we had a few innings ago when we had a guy on second with 2 outs.
Yeah, hit and run works here. You get the runner over at second base, a productive out by him, but now it's going to be up to Mulligan to bring him around home and cut this lead in half.
And steps off the mound, but just decides not to throw it to second, just keeping the runner honest. I mean, Etner did steal on the last pitch, a hit and run. And he'll throw it now, a little bit of sidearm throw, but Etner will get back.
And Mulligan reached on an error the last time up as he grounded one sharply over to third base. Maybe wants to obviously try to lift one a little this time, but Mulligan hits the ball hard up there at the plate, and he's the guy that this team wants up here in this type of situation.
That first pitch was inside, so a 1-0 count. The Nationals infield trying to hold Etner on, shading towards middle of the infield, and then kind of backing up at one point. As that one is hit to the shortstop, over his head and through for a base hit. Etner going home, and that's going to not be a throw. It hits off the pitcher, and hits off the first baseman, and that's going to be a run for the Giants. A 2-out single by Mulligan, and now it is only a 2-1 lead for the Nationals.
Muller's throw a bit offline. Bartolomeo trying to cut it off, but not really in time to cut the runner down at home. That was a good piece of hitting by Mulligan, pulling that ball over the shortstop's head, and found a lot of real estate in left field to get that base hit.
And that ball in the dirt, but Muller blocks it. Goes a little bit to the side of him, but Mulligan does not try to go to second.
And as we were talking about before, Adebayo just finished warming up on the side, and he'll probably come in to pitch after this final out by Marling.
So that'll be the third pitcher of the game if Adebayo does come in, as that pitch is on the outside part of the plate, and that's going to be a strike. So 1-1 now.
And watch Mulligan over at first base. This team's been aggressive on the paths, and no Muller has a strong throwing arm, but if they can get a good jump here, they might be able to get another guy in scoring position.
Yeah, not a huge lead over there, and maybe they're thinking what you were thinking as a pickoff throw to first, and Mulligan gets back safely.
Yeah, Mulligan didn't steal any bags last game, but again, everybody on this team at least can run for the Giants. And now he's about 9 or 10 feet off the bag at first, so a good initial jump could get him.
And that one's grounded to third. They're going to throw it on to first. Oh, and it hits, looks like it hit the ankle of Adebayo. So that's going to be another runner, and they will not get out of the inning. And I'd call that, I'd probably E5 there.
Well, actually, that tipped off the glove of Bartolomeo over there, so
E3?
Going to go as the E3 over there. Yeah, the throw was a little low, but it's never touched the dirt. Michelle made a nice throw over to their first base, and Bartolomeo unable to pick that one up. Now runners on the corners. The Nationals running into a problem that they had last weekend, committing some errors. That's their third misplayed ball of the ball game.
And second of the inning, and Mulligan got to third as they stole a steal attempt, but that ball is fouled down the first baseline. A little kind of opposite field slap there.
Yeah, Slotnick trying to hit that one the other way. Mistretta got himself a good jump. He knows that he's probably going to be able to get second base for free here, as they don't want to make an errant throw and get Mulligan to come in to score, even though Muller's got a strong arm, but they probably won't try to get him at second. So let's see Mistretta try to take second again here.
And they will be going, and there is a throw to second, and that's going to be cut short. A bounce ball and steal a second, but Mulligan does not try to attempt to go home. So second and third now, 2 outs.
Yeah, Nationals running that cutoff play, trying to get a middle infielder in there to cut off the throw, and just in case the runner at third tries to score. The only problem there is you sacrifice any opportunity to try to get the guy out at second, which I don't think they would have got him anyway. Mistretta got a great jump.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, good job also blocking it and not letting it go to the outfield, because if it goes a little bit wild, I could see Mulligan trying to scamper home there. And that one is grounded at third. Another one grounded at third, and throw it on to first. And it's wild, but he's able to bend down and tag Slotnick. A really nice play by Adebayo. But the Giants will score 1 run on on 1 hit and 2 runners left on and 2 errors. And we head to the bottom of the 4th, and it's a 2-1 game. Nationals in favor. You're listening to NJ Nationals Radio Network here on MixLR.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Anthony Rodriguez now up in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-1 score. Nationals in favor. Giants scored 1 in the top of the half of the inning. Nationals looking to maybe get that one back. You got Rodriguez, and then you got the top of the lineup. So some nice hitters coming up this inning. And that one's grounded to third base. They're going to throw it on to first, and a jumping throw, but he is not able to get him. He tried to tag him, but the ball went wild, so Rodriguez gets on first. An E5, another E5 we've seen. A couple of those we've seen so far.
Yeah, the Giants with an error of their own this time, and the first one into the ball game for them. Bails out Rodriguez, who did make some good contact to the opposite field, but Etner was right there. And the throw to first from third base has been a challenge for the teams on both sides today. So maybe they know they can hit those ground balls over to the left side. They might be able to get on base for free.
And Muller hits that one to third. Another one to third. Force out to second, but they will not get Muller at first. Muller, a very speedy guy, but Rodriguez out at second on the fielder's choice. He'll go 5-4.
Yeah, Etner immediately making up for his mistake with his last throw, picking that ball up quickly and getting it over to second so that they would have at least some sort of chance to get Muller at first base. They did. They had a slick throw, but Muller just too fast over there, beat him by a couple of steps.
And now Liam Kavanaugh up. And that one's in there for strike one.
This is time for Kavanaugh to really come through. He struck out his first time up. Again, one of the better hitters on this squad, and time for him to get one over into the outfield. And, you know, you got a guy like Moeller over at first base. You hit one in the gap, he comes around to score.
And that one's shot up the middle for a base hit. So Kavanaugh, nice pitch there. Gets past the center fielder, and Moeller's going to third, and he's going home. And he will be safe. There'll be no throw there, so a single and an error scores a run. Nationals get one back. It's a 3-1 game now.
Kavanaugh did exactly what he needed to do. Lined one right up the middle, and because Moeller is so quick, they're able to take full advantage on that DiLorenzo gaff over there in center field. I had no doubt in my mind once the ball got past him that he was going to come around to score. And that's an added bonus. You get Kavanaugh over there at second base, so the Nationals take back that run that they gave up in the last inning and are in good position to continue to pour it on.
And now Anthony Bibbo up. Kavanaugh with a pretty big lead off second. No throw there, and that's in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 now to Bibbo. Bibbo also struck out in his first at-bat this game. Did have a single in the first game, though. And time call, but they don't give it to him, and that's going to be up the middle for a strike. A little bit of a late time call. The umpire did not give it to him, so now 0-2.
The umpire does not have to grant time to the batter. You always have to be ready to hit when you're out there, and good job by Kenny to get that one over the plate.
Now 0-2. One out. And that one low. So 1-2 now. Good eye there by Bibbo.
That's a good pitch to try to bait a chase there. Started just above the knees, but dropped to the shins. Bibbo waiting back on it. Now probably see a fastball here, 1-2.
And that one is low and outside. It's a 2-2 now, evens up the count. And the pitcher, Kenny, is checking on Kavanaugh at second. Kavanaugh with pretty decent speed even. And their second baseman is shading over there, but no pickoff throw so far.
With the urgency, Kenny looks back over there. He's going to give himself some whiplash on his neck.
And that one hit to left, but that's going to be out of play. Let's see, even past the fence into the woods. So pretty far foul.
And to get any type of hit here, you're going to have to hit the ball far. 355 down the left field line, 342 to the power alley. And yes, that is more shallow. That's because of the softball field that's beyond the left field fence. And 391 to dead center. No markings out in right field. We assume they're about even with left. This is a pretty symmetrical field, but still a big outfield here in Brandon P. Telvin Fields.
Another 2-2. That's going to be high, and catcher Slotnick looked like he was going to throw to second, but just fakes, makes him go back, fakes the throw. Now full count now. Runner on second. A run has already scored for the Nationals. A 3-1 game. And a 3-2. It's called strike three. Inside part of the plate. Bibbo not happy with that one. He backed up as if he was going to get hit with it, but strikeout looking.
Yeah, good spot there by Kenny that time, attacking the left-hander on the inside corner. Sometimes when the ball is coming in towards you, it can be a little tough to tell where that crossed the plate, but good job by the home plate umpire making that call. Bibbo did put together a good at-bat that time.
And Anthony Alves fouls it straight back, so 0-1. Alves, the four-hitter in the lineup. We got the middle part of the order up with a runner on second, hoping to maybe drive in a few more, a little more run support for this team. And fooled him with a curveball there, so it's swinging 0-2.
Alves has to look for that curveball again here from Kenny. He likes to start that right about above the knees and get it to drop down low. It's a good swing and miss pitch. It's got some tight rotation on it, but he's missed his spot a little bit too much against the past couple of batters.
A little windy out as it's 0-2 now. And Kavanaugh going, and that's going to be failed off to the parking lot there and almost caught by someone over there, but that's going to get out of play. Caught by one of the fans, not any of the players. It's too far away from anyone. It still remains 0-2. Alves fights it off.
Yeah, Albies was right on that one. Fouls that one back. Just missed it by about a half centimeter or so. Locked in, ready for the next one.
Checking back at second, but he'll pitch it. And Kavanaugh's going, or not going, but swung on a miss anyway. Strikeout, swinging. But the Nationals do score 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left on base, as well as 1 error. And we're going to head to the top of the 5th. It's a 3-1 game here on the NJ Nationals Radio Network on MixLR.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
We're in the top of the 5th now for NJ Nationals, leading the New Jersey Giants 3-1. Both teams got 1 run last inning, and Martling will stay in the game, despite looking like Adebayo was warming up last inning. But Martling stays in the game. He did give up a run last inning, but that was partially due to some errors in the infield. As that one's lined to left, but foul. A sharp hit there by Slotnick. No, sorry, by Barbado. And that's going to be 0-1.
Barbero inside out in one last time over to right field. This time cranks one foul to the pull side, so clearly has some pop to all fields. Let's see what he does here with the 1-1, probably a fastball from Martling.
And that one just inside, so 1-1 now to the 9-hitter in this lineup, who he did get a single, did get on last time, and did not lead to a run.
And dueling lefties warming up each team with the southpaw in their bullpen. Adebayo to my left. And to my right is going to be Nightingale for the Giants, so we'll probably see both of those arms coming up. Probably Nightingale in the 5th and Adebayo in the 6th.
The 1-1 is in the dirt, so it gets the backstop, so 2-1 now.
Yeah, breeze picking up. It's blowing over from right to left, so not going to affect too many baseballs, but it's blowing in from right field, so maybe balls hit to right might die out there a little bit. Outfielders got to watch out for some drift.
It's always difficult to play, as that one's grounded back, and that's going to be a foul ball, so now it evens up 2-2.
And Barbero looking to get himself on base again. Did the last time up. He's got a full count now, so he's got to protect here anywhere in the zone.
Martling his 4th inning of work, as that one is outside and low, so a lead-off walk for Barbado. And now the top of the lineup up. Sticky situation here for the Nationals.
Yeah, but good news for the Nationals. The top of the lineup so far has been 0 for 6. First 3 batters in the order, DiLorenzo, Schroeder, and Etner. Etner got on base due to an error. So really, Martling and Bartolomeo combined did a great job navigating through these guys the first 2 times through. Now a whole new challenge the 3rd time through the order.
And that one's going to be in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. And as you said, DiLorenzo, he popped out to the second baseman his first at-bat in the first inning. And in the 3rd inning, he flew out to the center fielder. Right? Nicely hit ball, but right there to Muller. It'll be 0-1. And that one in the dirt. Looked like DiLorenzo was going to offer, but decided not to. So it'll be 1-1 now.
Yeah, try for the pitch in the dirt for the chase. Probably just wants to go fastball now at this point in the at-bat. DiLorenzo not chasing. You just want to get those strikes in. There's nobody out here on the top of the 5th, so you want to try to get that out sooner rather than later.
And that one's going to be in there for strike 2, 1-2 now. A really nice pitch there by Martling.
And DiLorenzo a good hitter, and we saw before he's got a good eye as well, so curveball might not be the obvious choice here. Maybe try with an upstairs fastball to try to set him up. It is a 1-2 count, so you can afford to miss with one pitch.
And that one, a sharp grounder to 3rd and hits off the leg of Reyes for a base hit. Barbato will stay at 2nd and thrown into the infield. And now 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Giants threatening here.
Well, Michael, that's why they call it the hot corner over there. Reyes, that ball was hit right on the screws. He had a tough time keeping his glove down. That's actually a tough error to call on him because of how hard the ball was hit, but went right through the 5-hole between his legs, and now 2 men on. That was the 4th error for the Nationals.
And that one, a slow grounder to the pitcher, and he'll go in, and he'll throw it to the easier out at first. So 1 out now, 2nd and 3rd. Runners obviously will advance on that play.
Good sacrifice bunt that time from Schroeder. Got that down right in front of the pitcher's mound, but a slow roller. Matt Muller able to pop up and make the play over there at first base. That's going to force the Nationals to move the infield in here. They only have a 2-run lead, and they want to protect it here. So a ground ball to any of the infielders is going to result to at least a check to the runner on 3rd to keep him there.
And that one, a curved ball in there for strike 1, lower part of the plate. Yeah, and they're a little bit in, but not too much. But a little bit of a line drive, it may be more likely to go over the fielder's head.
Well, the old adage is your batting average goes up 100% with the infield in, so we'll see if that works in Etner's favor this time.
And that one grounded to short, and through his legs for a base hit. 1 run will score. Barbato will score. DiLorenzo moves to 3rd, and now it's a 3-2 game. Error E6 there.
Error number 5 for the Nationals in this contest, and a rare one by Anthony Bibbo as it went through his legs as well, a slow grounder. And not quite sure what happened there. I think he was thinking more about checking the runner on 3rd base before actually picking up the baseball.
And that'll be a steal, and that's going to be popped up, though, so the hit and run will not work. And caught by the shortstop, and that'll be 2 away. And just a quick thing on that E6 that's going to run. DiLorenzo was going to 3rd, and Barbato was staying at 3rd. So if they're able to get that one, that could be a double play because it's just confusion on the base pass for the Giants, but ended up being a run for them. So a really big change in events due to the error. And that one in there for a strike.
Martling pitching backwards to the last couple of batters, starting him off with the first pitch curveball, and it's worked for him. And it's good against these righties. You know, you get them off balance to start things off, especially with the righty on the mound, and your fastball looks a lot harder for the next couple pitches.
And a steal there, but that's going to be foul ball. And nice stop by Reyes, though, if it was a fair ball. And Kenny looking to produce for himself. He's a pitcher in this game. And looking to score some runs for himself. See if he could push something through here. Runners on 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. Nationals up 3-2. And the runner is going again, but that one's fouled off. Sure, he's getting tired there. He keeps running and keeps not being able to have a play. It just keeps having to go back.
Kind of like a member of the 1980 U.S. men's hockey team doing a lot of wind sprints over there between the bags.
0-2 now, though. So ahead in the count. Another steal again, and that's going to be just misses the ball, and he will finally get the steal. And no throw there, so second throw with 2 outs.
Yeah, fruits of his labor finally paying off, gets himself in scoring position here. This Giants team loves to steal bases, and, you know, it's a good skill to have, you know. They get a base hit here, now 2 come in instead of just 1.
And struck out looking. So they do get out of it, but they do give up 1 run on 1 hit. And 2 players left on base. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 3-2 Nationals here on the NJ Nationals Radio Network on Mix LR.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
A new pitcher in there for the Giants. It'll be Dylan Nightingale. So Brandon Kenny's day is done. He pitched 4 innings. He gave up 3 runs as a bunt attempt by number 33 of the Nationals. It is and that one low. So behind in the count, 2-0.
Kearns had the big double his last time up. Belted that one over into left field. Was a big hit for the Nationals today. He knocked in a run, or rather a run came in off of it.
And that one hit sharply to the right side, but that's going to be foul. And and Kenny looks like he gave up 5 hits. And a couple of misplays in the infield hurt him, but a couple of nice hits, though, by the Nationals as well. They hit very well in this game.
My mistake. Kearns' double let off the second, and he ended up coming in to score. He did a great job his last time up. He's got some serious power.
He hit that one opposite field, left field. A really nice hit there. He's been, he's a great hitter for this team's lineup. There's a reason he's in the middle of the order. And that one is going to be high, so a leadoff walk for Kenny, and he'll get on again, second time on this game. And now Mulligan up. Sorry, not Mulligan. Looking at the wrong lineup. It is Weaver up. That one's high. No, maybe a pitch out there. I'm not sure about that. But it was high, nonetheless, and that's a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Mulligan's missed his spot so far. 6 pitches since entering the game, 5 of them off the plate. He's got to find the zone here if he wants to preserve this 1-run deficit for his team.
A pickoff, but that goes in the dirt. It looked like a pretty nice pickoff move, though, by Nightingale, but not able to get a runner.
Yeah, well, Kearns earned his library card. He read that the whole way over there at first base. Now taking an even larger lead now that he knows what's coming.
And a bunt attempt, and that's going to be a perfect bunt down the first base line. Will he be safe? He's going to be safe. both the pitcher and the first baseman went for that. So an infield single, a really nice bunt there by Weaver. So first and second now, nobody out.
Yeah, that was an issue over there. Good bunt by him, but the ball was also misplayed over there. Barbera got there at first, but no coverage there by Nightingale to try to cover the bag. They might have had a play if he raced over and tried to get there, but instead of a sacrifice bunt, now 2 men on, another hit for the Nationals.
And another bunt attempt, and that one's going to go foul. Daniel Reyes up.
I'm surprised to see Reyes bunting. He's a solid hitter, but hey, if you want to push the guys over, you might as well, though. Kearns and Weaver are pretty fast on their own.
Yeah, and it did work last time. You wonder if maybe they do a suicide squeeze. Usually it's only when a guy's on third, but they double steal with a bunt. But that one's foul, so now 0-2 hole for Reyes. And we'll see. Probably not going back to the bunt here. But yes, fast speed on the bases, so a hit likely scores a run, and a ground ball will be, it'll be a hard force play depending on where it is. And a quick step, but does not throw it, just fakes the runner at second. And swung on and missed a breaking ball that's low. Reyes frustrated as he strikes out, and 1 out now in the inning.
Frustrating day for Reyes. He got a couple of strikeouts now in this ball game. The second one had a chance to knock in a run, and got those bunts around. Did make contact, but probably needs to practice it a little more as they popped up on the upper half of the bat. You want to bunt the ball down.
And now Matthew Muller up. He had a really clutch single earlier this game, but he takes that one in on the inside part of the plate for a strike. And steps off the mound. Nightingale checking on these runners. He knows the speed on the bases. Both Kearney and Weaver, guys who can swipe a bag, and kind of wants to keep the force in play, and only one runner in scoring position. As that one's driven to left field and deep, and that will drop on the left field line. 1 run will score. Kearns will score. Weaver stays at second. He had to wait for that ball to drop, so a long single there by Muller, and Muller having an outstanding game so far and his second RBI of the game.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for from Matt Muller all season long. We knew he could hit. Finally got that timing down. Now a couple of clutch base hits for his team. He's responsible for half of his team's runs, and those 2 have been the difference makers so far. The team's up now 4-2, and by no small effort by Matt Muller. He's done such a good job, and again, his value behind the plate cannot be understated. And his blocking of baseballs have done such a good job, so Muller, a key player in this ball game.
And that one in there for a strike, a breaking ball, and a little bit of an ironic twist. Matt Muller, who's playing catcher, he's a courtesy runner, and it's his brother, Jonathan Muller. So still a Muller on first, just a different one. And that one swung on and missed for Sam Michel, so 0-2 count now.
And Michel belted one his last time up, but got a little greedy trying to get over to second base. Hit the ball hard to right field, but was cut down. Still drove in a run, though.
And that one was be outside. A nice block by Slotnick. So 1-2 count now. Nightingale's first inning, and he seems to be struggling a little bit so far, as there'll be a steal, only a steal a third, but now Muller will advance to second. He wasn't initially going, but after the throw to third, Muller goes to third. Muller goes to second, and Weaver goes to third. Second and third now, and 2-2 count. Nice throw over there on the fly, but Weaver was too fast.
Nice jump, but nice throw, but an even better jump by Weaver, who was off to the races even before the ball was thought about being thrown. A good jump by him that time to get the third.
And that one fouled back to the backstop, so it remains a 2-2 count.
One of the reasons Muller might have waited is sometimes when you go and you try to steal third base or you have a guy over on third, you almost want to get caught in a rundown between first and second base because that distracts the infield. It's called the decoy play and allows the runner from third to come in to score. But And if it doesn't work out, you end up with a guy on second bases, which is exactly what they have here.
And that one a little bit higher, a little bit inside. So now 3-2. Count is full. And only one out right now, so no force anyway, as that one's shot to the first baseman, but right in his glove. Sorry, that was the third. That was the third out of the inning. My bad. But the Nationals do score one run on two hits and one walk, and two players left on base. And we're gonna head to the top of the sixth. Nationals looking to close it out here, up 4-1 on NJ National. You listen to NJ Nationals Radio on MixLR.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Last six here for the New Jersey Giants. The Nationals are up 4-1 in the top of the sixth, and Martling will stay in the game. It's his 5th inning of work. He's really mowed down this Giants lineup today. And you're going to have the middle to bottom of the lineup for the Giants right now, starting with Mulligan.
And Mulligan, Mistretta, Slotnick all coming up. Final 3 outs for the Giants. Backs against the wall here. They hit well in the first game, but they haven't gotten a hit since the second inning of game number 1. So, or rather, no, that's not true.
That's not true. They got one this game.
No. They have a few this game, but they haven't really hit super well since the second inning of last game. Chipped in a run here or there. I don't know what made me say that.
And that one's going to be popped foul. I mean, there haven't been a lot in either game. It almost seems like a reverse of the last game where, last game, the Giants were hitting the ball a lot, and the Nationals were struggling to get guys in with runners in base. And now it seems like the reverse of it this game. Nationals in a really good position now. And that one, a breaking ball and on the inside part of the plate, but not called a strike. So it's 1-1 now.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous pitch by Martling, but across the plate still a little bit high. Got the break that he was looking for. He's got to get that one over a little bit later to get that one in for a strike, but he's pitched that curveball in for a strike quite often today. He misses this time.
Yeah, and that's so now 2-1 now. Low pitch. Muller did try to frame it, but not successful there. Umpire was not fooled. And that one shot into left field, but that's going to be foul. Nice piece of hitting, but he did not. He needs to straighten that out if he wants to get a hit.
I want to go back to that curveball again, as even though Mulligan's seen it a couple times, Martling didn't really give him his best stuff the last throw or the last maybe couple times that he got it in. Maybe start it on the outside instead of inside. See if you can get Mulligan to chase here. There's no one on base, so there's no risk if the ball gets away from Muller.
And that one fouled off, so count remains 2-2 now. We're in the top of the sixth, and just 3 more outs for the Nationals to get their first win in a little while. We're on a losing streak going in today. 5-game losing streak and 6 after the first game. So be a big win for them, a big confidence booster. And that one's fouled to the backstop, so count still 2-2.
And to win a game, even if you committed 5 errors, could also be big for the Nationals, showing that they can overcome. But this week in practice, they really have to tighten up their defense. It's been an issue the past couple of games, and you can't win too many games when you're committing that many errors.
Two and two here will be low. So now a full count on Mulligan. Mulligan got on both times today. One was a single, one was on a fielder's choice. That one grounded to second. Thrown to Adebayo, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
Alves gets over, glides to that baseball, scoops it up, and makes the throw over to first base. A nice job there by him after that ball punched down. And, you know, the defense tightening up a little bit for the Nationals in this inning. Hopefully they can keep it going. Only 2 more outs left for the Giants, so if Marlin keeps making his pitches, he'll walk away with the victory.
And now the first pitch to Mastrado is low in the dirt, 1-0.
Nothing worth talking about for Martling. 63 pitches only through his 4 1/3 innings, and 41 of them have gone over for strikes. That's an excellent percentage for him. 65.1% as a team. The Nationals have thrown nearly 68% of their pitches for strikes, so that's a good recipe for success.
And that one shot onto right, but that's going to get into foul territory, and no one able to get to that one. So just a long strike. Count will be 1-1. And that one on the outside corner in there for a strike. So 1-2 count now.
And Marlin knows what to do here. He's navigates the strike zone very well, induces weak contact. So maybe curveball time here. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And he fouls it off his shin. So remains in the count. A painful foul. But count remains 1-2.
So now Marling went low with the off speed. Time to go upstairs with the fastball. Change the eye level, change the speed. You can get a swing and miss a lot of the time.
And that one in the dirt outside, so 2-2 now.
It went to the same spot, same type of spin, curveball, curveball. When you repeat your off-speed pitches at this level, a lot of times you're not going to get guys to chase because they've seen it, they're ready, they're reading it. And usually the curveball isn't so good that, you know, it'll fool you right there when you see it back-to-back times. Not saying Martling doesn't have a good curveball. He does, but not at the elite level to get all those chases.
And a check swing there. He does not go. An inside pitch. He did not go around, so full count now.
And last thing you want to do if you're Marling is put this guy on first base for free. Make some contact, throw one right down the pipe and see what he can do.
And he does make some contact and hits it to the second base side for a base hit. A throw to first, not in time. Safe by a couple of steps, but a nice attempt there. Nice attempt there by Bartolomeo.
Yeah, we saw the 9-3 in the last game on the Giants' end. They made that play over to first base, and Bartolomeo almost with the shot there. He's got the strong arm over there in right field, and he's playing shallow enough. But good hustle by Mastretta to get over to first base, and now tying run comes to the plate, and Nick Slotnick.
And stealing there, but hits off the net and caught by Muller. Does not count as an out, but nice reaction time there by Muller.
Well, he's got to look flashy anyway back there.
That is true. Oh, 0-1 now to Slotnick. Slotnick 0 for 2 on the day. And a pickoff throw to first, and not in time. Seen a good amount of pickoffs today. None really close so far. But can't hurt to keep the runner honest, even though that run really doesn't matter in the course of things, except for the force out. 0-1 now to Slotnick. And that one's going to be a little bit high. So now going to be 1-1.
Now Martling getting deeper into counts against these Giants hitters. Earlier he was getting them to swing and roll over some pitches earlier. Got to stay in the zone here.
And a pretty big lead off first, and he'll be going and throw to second. Not in time. A bouncer a little bit short. So now double play is out of play. Steal of second base. And it's now a 2-1 count.
Yeah, conventional ground ball double play out of the question here, but
1-2
Martling
count.
looking for the strikeout here.
Sorry, my apologies. A 1-2 count. This pitch is fouled off. A little bit of a check swing there. Not sure if he even meant to hit that one, but remains 1-2.
And this is the bottom part of the order, so most likely able to get him to chase at something. Try with the fastball here, mix it up, get that off speed in. You have the runner on second. I don't think he's going to try to swipe third in this situation, though. Mistretta did get the good jump off first, but he's not one of the big-time base stealers for this Giants team.
The 1-2 is going to be fouled off again. Tough at bat by Slotnick. Yeah, I don't see him going to third. It doesn't really make sense. Second kind of makes sense because you get rid of the double play possibility. Going to third, it just means maybe a fly ball scores you, but that run really is meaningless. It's a 3-run game, so you really just don't want to make out on the bases. Martling nods. It's the catcher's signal. And that one in there, strike 3 looking. A really nice pitch there, and we got 2 outs now in the 6th.
Nationals clinging to this 2-run lead here. 4-2 ball game. Just has to get past one more batter. It's Miles Verbera, a guy that they haven't been able to get out all game long. A base hit and a walk for him, so going to be a challenge for Martling to get out of this one with a W.
And that one hit sharply to third, but a catch, and that's the game. The Nationals win. They snap their losing skid, and they win 4-2 over the New Jersey Giants. Player of the game, I'm going to give it to Dylan Martling and Matt Muller. Muller, some great at-bats at the plate, and Martling, really solid performance on the mound. But they split the doubleheader, and Nationals, nice hitting, nice field, some errors fielding, but I think improvement over the second game, and some really good pitching, and they win this one 4-2.
Yeah, the Nationals 4 runs on 8 hits. The 5 errors almost came back to bite them, but they did a good job offensively. And, you know, the pitching bailed them out today. Martling did a really good job. Bartolomeo opening the game, getting a scoreless first inning. That was a big one for them. And, you know, Martling's ability to live in the zone and induce weak contact, even if you're getting a lot of ground balls that are being misplayed, he still gets them and gives his defense a lot of different chances to get in there and make some plays and make up for it. And that's what they did. The game ended on a nice line drive catch by Michelle over at third base. So, hey, the defense knows how to step up when they need to do it. And that was the story for this one. They were able to get some hits with runners in scoring position. Hopefully this hot swinging offense can continue moving down into the last few games of the season.
And Martling with the win, and the loss will go to...
It's going to go to Brandon Kenny.
Brandon Kenny
started the game.
And no saves. And the final score is going to be 4-2. And Nationals pick up a win. They split the doubleheader. And thank you for listening to NJ Nationals Baseball here on Mix LR. There'll be some more games for this team next week. And we'll be bringing it to you then. So on Mix LR.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Michael Mims for joining us here. The next broadcast will be Tuesday at 6 o'clock from Roberto Clemente Field in Branchburg Park, Newark, New Jersey. Gorgeous field. If you can't make it, always tune in right here on mixlr.com/NJ Nationals Baseball 16U. Again, final score, Nationals 4, Giants 2. Take care. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Watch some football. Spend time with the family. And stay frosty.